But yeah, I went, and a lot of people go through this, and it's not just me. I mean, every Mason is made to hurt somebody they love. It's part of it. But I was made to kill children. I was made to eat children. I was made to eat like feces. I was raped repeatedly, given to men. I was made to be.
Let me go to Alex, our first-time caller, out of Texas. Alex, happy White History Month. You're on the air.
Hey, happy White History Month, Jesse.
Thank you, buddy. Okay.
Well, thanks for talking to me. It's an honor to talk to you, man.
Thank you. Same here.
I've been watching your show for about a few weeks or maybe a month now. And you've actually helped me more than anybody ever has, I feel like.
Right on.
So I really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I actually, last week, I actually went to my mother and I forgave her. And it went great. As on my end, I mean, she was fine with it. She was happy for me. I don't think she actually took anything to heart, but it really felt great to do that.
Yep.
The thing is, I'm a victim of Masonic satanic abuse.
What does that mean?
So, my mother's stepfather is a Mason. He was a police officer and a arson investigator and a Mason. And his father worked for NASA, and he was a Mason. And the Masons, one of the secrets they do is they make you torture your family. They make you torture your kids and your grandkids. And it's all under the guise at first of making stronger men, making stronger people. But then eventually you find out that it's all worshiping Satan at the end.
Yeah.
I remember him reading my step-grandfather, whatever, reading me what he had to do and why. And I think it was like the 14th level or degree or whatever they reach. They have to read certain books and they start learning this thing. And yeah, I went, and a lot of people go through this, and it's not just me. I mean, every Mason is made to hurt somebody they love. It's part of it. But I was made to kill children. I was made to eat children. I was made to eat like feces. I was raped repeatedly, given to men. I was made to be by a pig while like 50 or so police officers in their dress whites masturbated on me.
Are you making this up, Alex?
No, sir.
Did your mother know you were going through this?
Yeah, I talked to her about everything.
While it was happening?
Yes. My whole family did.
And why did they let it happen?
Well, part of it is because they break you on purpose. So part of the torture, the reason is to what they call break your brain. I mean, that's all a lie, and all of that's a lie.
I mean, why did your mother and father allow that to happen?
Because they believe these lies.
So are they Mason people as well?
No. But they're broken and they can't think about these things. They can't even, they push it into the back of their mind and they can't face these memories.
Well, how old are you?
I'm 31.
And did this happen to you while you're in Texas now, right?
Yes.
Did this happen in Texas?
Yeah, it's everywhere though. It's not just Texas. I mean, people from he was in the International Police Association, and remember he telling me. So basically, it's just allowing cops who are pedophiles from all over the world to come and share each other's children. So there would be men from Germany coming over and South Africa coming over and raping me. Yeah, and
where's your father?
When I was young, I was raised in quotations by both parents, but they were both on drugs. And, I mean, they worked too, but they were also in this stuff and allowing me to be abused at the same time. And then,
so your natural father was a Mason as well?
No, at the beginning he was. So my step-grandfather got him into the beginning of it and I remember my father raping me and my father was at the pig ceremony thing. But I remember afterwards asking my dad, "Are you proud of me?" Because I did that, and he didn't say anything. He just looked horribly sad, and I remember that.
So
But
how's your
eventually
life? How long ago was this?
The last thing I remember happening to me, I was 12.
And so how's your life now?
My life now is the best it's ever been. By far, it's not close. I mean, I escaped that stuff. I live with my fiance. I know that's not good, but little steps, I guess. But I live with my fiance, and I have a steady job, and I'm growing as a person. And I found God because of you. I mean, you helped me to set things straight in my mind. So I'm growing. So I feel really positive as far as that goes.
Your girlfriend, is she aware of all these things that happened to you, that you say happened to you?
Yeah, when I first started remembering, I started remembering about 5 years ago. Actually, the WikiLeaks and the artwork connected to it and stuff really started triggering everything. But yeah, at the beginning, when I started having panic attacks and breaking down, so I kind of had to tell her what was going on,
right?
Because I couldn't work sometimes. And but since I started getting okay with it and coming to the realization that this stuff happened to me and that I have to move on with it and I still have to live my life, I started telling her less and less because I could see that it was affecting her and hurting her just hearing it. So
yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead.
You said the last time something like that happened, you were 12 years old?
Yes.
And so how did you get away from it?
I'm not 100% positive. I'm not sure. I don't remember, all the 100% ins and outs of everything. I know that they don't like abusing kids past a certain age because they remember.
Oh, I see. And so your mother still living?
Yes.
What does she? Do you ever mention this to her now?
Yeah. Last week I went and I had her. I forgave her for everying.
I
mentioned everything.
Is she still with your stepfather?
No, she's with my stepfather, my step-grandfather who did this.
Oh, I see. And so when you went to forgive her, you brought this up. What did she say?
She admitted to some of the stuff, and then some of the stuff but at first she tried to say that she wasn't aware of it. I said, yes, you were. I remember you being involved. I remember, in fact, one of the first memories I had, and I remember thinking as a child, and I think some of these things when you're a child and these realizations about adults, I think kind of help you remember. But I remember being at this black ritual. It was either at a Mason temple or it was at a big church. And George H.W. Bush was there. I remember my mother going up to him, and he said, "Hey, I remember you." And he said, "You need to join the CIA." And my mother looked like a little girl. I remember thinking, why is my mom a little girl? And holding herself and like twisting her leg like she's 5. And that confused me as a little boy.
And so your father's still living now, right? He's still living. And as an adult, have you talked to him about all this?
So the first time I did was last week after I forgave my mother. I called him to try to get his address to go see him and talk to him and forgive him. And my dad is a very aggressive man, and I could see that he didn't trust me. He was confused. He was like, "Why are you trying to see me? Why are you trying to talk to me?" And I was just like, "Hey, man, I just want to talk to you," And he was confused. He was like, "I don't trust this," and stuff. And so after a while, I could see that he wasn't going to give me his address. And so I just told him, it's like, "Hey, man, I want to talk to you and let you know that I forgive you for everything." And I told him that I remembered everything from my childhood, and I told him, that the hate in my heart isn't supposed to be there, no matter what.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't. It's just Satan.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
And what do you say?
And he told me he was going to slit my throat.
Your father told you that?
Yes.
Why?
Well, my father, my guess is that he was very, very ashamed. He is somebody who always, like, I stopped talking to him 5 years ago because he was constantly lying. He just constantly lies. He will never admit anything he does, no matter what. If it's in the same conversation and he says something rude and you say, why did you call me that rude? He'll deny it.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
And how about your step-grandfather? Is he still around?
Oh, I don't. He's slowly dying. He has cirrhosis really bad, but I don't see him. I haven't seen him in, I want to say, about 10 years or more.
Oh, okay. Amazing, man. It's so amazing that you have to just let it be in order to believe it. And it's hard to believe that someone would let their child go through something like this.
Yeah,
or any adult would put a child through something like this.
Oh, it's Satan. It is 100% Satan.
Yeah.
So the thing is, I was thinking about calling you for a while. Then last night I actually came across the Wiccan priestess on the Fallen State.
Oh yeah.
And then the Mason Grand Master. Okay, so
hold that thought for me.
Yeah, of
Alex.
course.
Don't hang up. Hold that for me. So Alex, you still there?
Yeah, man.
So so have you ever gone to the police about any of this?
No, I can't do that.
Why not?
So because the Masons protect Masons.
So you think that all cops are Masons?
No, but there are a lot of Mason cops. Like I know people who aren't Masons at all, and nothing to do with it, and they're cops. And I ask them, are there Masons cops? And they say, oh yeah, all over the place. I've asked multiple cops this.
Oh, okay.
And just like that Grand Master said, it's Masonry before everything else.
Oh yeah, I'm going to ask you. You're bringing up the one that you saw on the fallerstate.tv. What's your question or comment about that?
Well, everything he said was a lie. The Grand Master. I mean, it's all about trickery. It's all about lies. They believe that they're smarter because they can lie to you, and that if you can't pick out their lies, then it's your fault for being stupid.
Amazing. And y'all can check that out, folks, on the fallenstate.tv, my TV show there. I interviewed a Mason. A masonry guy. Okay?
They're everywhere. And so many people have been through this. They're in every city. They've been around for so long.
What is their purpose?
Part of what they do.
What's their purpose?
The purpose is, that Wiccan priestess lady, she was 100% being truthful when she said that their ultimate goal was to destroy life.
Oh, okay.
They hate God. They hate God. They believe that God is a slave master, and that Satan is the person who frees them.
Oh, amazing. So how can I help you, Alex?
Well, I wanted to know, how do I forgive my dad, when I can't see him, when he threatens to kill me.
Oh, okay. Stuff. Well, just realize, how you've gone through all this stuff and it's evil, and the people who did it to you were evil working through them. They couldn't help themselves. Likewise, your father cannot help it. He has not overcome the fallen state based on what you've said. So he literally can't help it. And if he could do better, he would. If he had love, he would love you. So just get to know yourself, and you will realize that about him, and that will cause you to forgive him. Because if he doesn't want to see you, it's best you not go around him. But just realize he can't help himself. And you will start your own family. You will start a new generation with perfect love. And your kids will spread that love to the next generation, and you will be amazed by it. So just forgive him. He can't help it. Stay away from him if your life is at danger or endangered. And he doesn't want to see you. Move on with your life.
All right.
Are you doing my silent prayer?
Yes, I am.
Well, stay with that, all right?
All right.
And I will advise you not to be having sex with your fiance right now, especially after what you've gone through.
Since we found you, we've decided to wait until marriage again.
Right on. Yeah, you want to make sure, because you want to be conscious of God instead of in a fallen state, especially with what you've gone through, based on what you said, all right?
Absolutely.
Well, man, I wish you well. Stay with the silent prayer. Doubt every thought. and just speak up, and your life would be fine. If it would be as though that never happened to you.
All right. Thanks, man. I really appreciate you, Jesse.
You're welcome, Alice. Call me again.
All right.
Okay. Bye. What a horrible story. It's so horrible. It's hard to believe that. But, I don't know. I have to give him the benefit of the doubt. Amazing. What do you think about it, Nick?
Dang, it sounds like really, really messed up,
Yeah.
It's definitely a messed up story. I've heard of people talk about similar things, though, like in the shadows, weird dark dealings in the shadows.
Right, yeah.
And so I've heard like similar stories. So I tend to have to go with the benefit of the doubt thing here.
Right.
I'm very skeptical about most things, though, so I don't know if I'm the person to ask.
Right. I've heard these kinds of things about the Mason, but I don't know a lot about them. And I don't normally, normally I don't take. When people say, I let it go in one ear and out the other, if I don't know.
Same.
But I wish you well, Alice, for true, man. That's a mind-blowing story. But look, forgive, and God will forgive you, man, and your life will become amazing because your body will heal, has already healed, and your spirit will heal, and you'll start a new generation. It'll be as though you never went through that. Because in the earth is Satan. He ruled the earth. Look at what's going on now. It's all evil. It's all evil. It has nothing to do with slavery or racism or the rich against the poor against the rich. It has nothing to do with that. Or classism and all that crap. It's just in the mind of the fallen state, people who are in a fallen state. But it's influenced by evil.